Today's verse of the day is from Jeremiah chapter 7. Just a brief historical context. When Jeremiah was preaching to God's people, the southern kingdom of Judah was in big trouble. They ultimately would be destroyed by the Babylonians. The temple would be destroyed. But what we're going to read in chapter 7, at that point in time, the temple was still standing. Verse of the day is Jeremiah 7 and verse number 4. Trust ye not in lying words, saying, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord are these. Why were the people saying the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord, the temple of the Lord? Somehow they were convinced that as long as the temple was still standing, that meant that they were in good shape. In fact, we read down in verse number 14 of that chapter, God said, therefore will I do unto this house, which is called by my name, wherein ye trust. You see the problem? They were trusting in a material structure called the temple. It was like their rabbit foot, so to speak, that would guarantee they wouldn't be in trouble. It's an awful lot like an earlier time in their history when the children of Israel were preparing to go do battle with the Philistines, and they said, make sure you bring the Ark of the Covenant so it can save us. 1 Samuel 4 and verse 3. The Ark of the Covenant was not the Savior of Israel. The temple of the Lord was not the Savior of Israel. Just like we would emphasize in modern times, the church building, that's not the Savior of God's people. We need to put our trust and our hope in the living God, not in some material structure and not in anything we can buy with money. Today's verse of the day, Jeremiah 7 and verse 4.